Hello guys, welcome to the advanced course on reading Excel file. In this video, we are going to see how to dynamically read the file. If you are not clear with the basics of how to read the file, you can hit on the I button above and go through the basics first. So in this video, we will see how to read this file if the column headers are changing, which means you want to read the report of multiple students, okay, and you have one program for that. And suppose by mistake the U in subject is capital in one of the file, and in another file C is capital of score and S is also capital. So these things we can handle dynamically, and we are also going to see how to read the file if this school value is present in the third row, or anywhere in the file. If it is present, we want to read that value. So how to do these things dynamically, we will see here. Now let's see. First we have read the XLS file and we have formed a workbook for this, which is HSSF workbook, because this is XLS file. And in the first sheet, that is at the 0th index, we have our sheet which we want to read. And first we are going to see how to read the school. Okay, anywhere in the file if it is present, we can read that. First we will see how to just hard code and get the value. So we know it is in the second row, which will be first index, and in the sixth column, that will be fifth index. Okay, let's run this program and see. So we are getting the value, that is XYZ school. Now if it is present anywhere in the sheet, how to get that? So this is the set of code that we need to execute for doing that. In the sheet we will iterate through all the rows, and in all the rows we will iterate through every cell, and wherever we find that the value is a string and it contains school, then we will print the next cell of that row. See this, I am incrementing the cell value with 1 and I am getting the cell at that row index. Okay, and then I am printing the value. So let's run this and see what is happening. Now XYZ school has been printed twice, one because of the first system.out.println and the next because of this. Now suppose we want to make it more dynamic. Suppose in one of the report card school is written in capital. So instead of placing OR conditions, we can just do equals ignore case. Okay, that will do our work. Okay, now let's run this. Since it is equal ignore case, it will match in whatever casing school is present there. Okay, so this was about capturing one value which is present anywhere in the file. Now let's come to the report, that is the subject reports. It was present in a vertical order and it had a column header, which is serial number, subject, marks and grade. So now how to handle that? We can do it in this approach also. We can get the header index and then we can print subsequent values. Okay, but now suppose first we had serial number, suppose, and in next we had subject. Okay, now suppose this in one of the report card, subject has been moved to first and serial number has been moved to second. Okay, now how we will do this? The column positions are also changing, so we can do this dynamically. We will see this. Okay, let's go to the next program. Okay, so this is the one. In the same way we are reading the file, we are forming the workbook. These things you all are very familiar with. Now what I am doing here, I am finding the row number where the header is present. So it can be in the 5th row, it can come in the first row itself, no issue with that. We are iterating throughout the sheet, and wherever we are finding the first serial number occurrence, we are getting the header index. Okay. Now, as we have got it, we don't need to search for the rest of the file. Okay. So I'll just break the loop here to prevent multiple iterations. Okay. Now, with that row index, we know that all the headers will be there in that row only. So we can prepare a list of all the headers. Okay. Now let's see. I have created a function to do that. Let's go inside this function and see what is happening. So we have passed the sheet and the row index where the header is present. Now see, for each cell in that row, I am going to iterate and form the header list. Okay. See this, sheet.getRow.get last cell number. In that row, whatever the last cell is there, which is having value, I will iterate through that, and whatever value I will be getting in that row through the cell, I'll store it in a header list. How I am storing it? Suppose the cell is not null, which means it has some value. Then what I am doing? hcell.get rich cell string value, get rich string cell value dot toString. So with this, I'll get the value in string and I can store it in a list. But to make it more dynamic, what I am doing, even to uppercase I am doing, which means every value which is there in the column header, I will make it to uppercase, so that even if it's lower, upper, it's not a problem. I can just make it to uppercase and I will save it in the list. Now let's go one step further and make it more dynamic. How to do that? I am replacing all the spaces with blank, which means nothing. Okay. Why I am doing this? Suppose serial number, and at the end of number someone has given one space, then that will also be captured. So for that we can do a trim. Okay. Now suppose in serial number, in between that someone has given two spaces, then when we are fetching the value here, we will have to handle that with OR. So for that, what I am doing, I am replacing all the spaces. Let's not have any space and only the values. Okay. Then I am after doing all the manipulations, that is moving it to uppercase and then removing all the spaces, I am adding it to the header list. Okay. And if the cell itself is null, I am just adding a blank which is not having any value, and it will be there in the list, which we don't need. Okay, we can also skip it, it's not a problem, but for here I am just adding it to the list and returning the header list. Now once the header list is received, we know that after the header, then only the values will start coming. Okay, so with this header index, I'll add 1, and from the subsequent rows I will start iterating till the row is not ended, till the sheet is having values, till the last row number I am going to iterate it and I am going to print the values. Okay. Now for that sheet, in that sheet, for that row number, I have got the row and I am checking if the row is blank or not. It might happen that after the header index someone has left one line, someone has not left. So for that, just I am checking whether it is null or not, and then if it is not null, I am going to print the values. How I will print the values is I am going to get the index from the header list itself. Now this is for that case when subject is moved to first column and serial number to the second column, or score to the fourth column and grade to the third column. So in the list it will be added according to the occurrence. Then we can handle it that way. that whichever column index it is present, we can get that value. Header dot index of serial number. We will just write capital serial number and we can get the value because we have removed all the spaces, we have removed everything, and we have moved every character to uppercase. Now we can handle it in one more way. That is, instead of doing this uppercase, we could do here equals ignore case. Okay. So in that way we can handle that. It's up to you, up to your logic. You can do that. It's not a problem. Now, after getting the value, I am just printing it. Okay. Similarly for each of the columns, we will do that until the rows are present in the file. Okay. Now let's see. Let's print the value. So see this, all the values have been printed in a formatted manner. As we have given /t to have it in formatted manner, that's why it is printing like this. Okay. So this is something which, when we want to run our program across various files, multiple files where the formats are not aligned or it is changing every time, then we can use this way to parse. Okay. I hope this video has helped you. If the video has helped you, do hit the like button and subscribe to the channel. Also share it with your friends. And let me know if you have any doubts in the comment section. I will answer your doubts as soon as possible. And that's all. Thank you for watching.